drinks. What the hell am I eating? Really? And Jerry's first. And I got the notification. Gotta forward that to Michelle. MT. Send. And let's turn off the ringer, since debt collectors love calling me in the morning. Matt is 2 and Cyber Bob is 3. How are you guys doing today? It wasn't available in diet, but I didn't care. It was so good. White tea, raspberry. Yum, 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 yum. This stuff's really good too. They had a coupon because otherwise I'm not paying the price they want for it. But they have this what is that? Ew. This Lip Infusions strawberry lemonade. Ha ha ha! It's good. Finally picked up some Sprite with tea. Isn't it good? And you know, Freaking Reviews is right. It tastes like cheap powdered tea, but that's what I grew up on, so I like that flavor. Oh, the creamy coconut is so good. Nice. Oh man, I can't wait until I lose enough weight to get back on my bike. I love riding my bike. It's such a relaxing thing to do. I love riding my bike. Yeah, the Sprite plus tea is really good. Just watch out, the cans are explosive. Nice. I mean, obviously I could never run a table again. But I would love to get to a position where I can go to IRF and MRF again. It's interesting, if I were still in Pennsylvania, I would be able to go to MRF and IRF, but I wouldn't be able to go to Rocky Mountain Rep because it'd be too far away. Denver's like a 30-hour drive from Pennsylvania. Born in New Jersey. God help you. I feel bad for you. Actually, the one nice thing about Jersey is lots of farmland. I love being able to, drive down to work in New Jersey and stop by the produce stands and stuff like that. And I really, really miss Produce Junction. Yum, yum, yum. Oh my God, the corn was the best too. Especially when you got the real, genuine beefsteak tomatoes. They're like this freaking big. Like one slice of tomato covers your whole sandwich. Oh, I miss those. And oh man, when you got that fresh corn from a farm stand and you grilled it you wrapped it in aluminum foil and you put it on the grill. Oh my God, grilled sweet corn is so good. I'm drooling thinking about it. If anybody's in Jersey, on Route 206, when you almost get to Route 30, heading down 206, by Hamilton, New Jersey, but up 206, there's a small gas station, convenience store, grill there called Mighty Joe's. I hope it's still there. They have a big giant gorilla in a fence on the side of the building. It's for a son who died. But ask him to make you a deep fried scrapple sandwich. with the what's that sweet barbecue sauce that's available in New Jersey. I forgot the name of it now. It's a brand of barbecue sauce available. They have it in a bottle up front. But get a deep fried, thin sliced deep fried scrapple sandwich with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, and then you put that barbecue sauce on it with that Kaiser roll. Oh my God, I missed that sandwich. Oh, I missed that sandwich. It was so good. I would stop there once a week. I couldn't afford to do it more than once a week, but I would stop there once a week and get that sandwich. I'm one of those weirdos who likes scrapple. But yeah. Hey, Zach Friedman likes my giant Christmas lights. I'm gonna have to slightly downscale it to 256 so people with bamboo printers can print it. It won't be quite as large, but it'll still be pretty big. Oh man, the $100 in credit cleared. Hey Mike, so I was able to order another one of the printer stands, and the first one should arrive today. It was supposed to be here Saturday, but I wasn't here, or actually I was here, but it didn't knock. At least I didn't hear him, and so he left a notice because I guess signatures required. And I've just been waiting for FedEx to bring it back again, and they're supposed to bring it back by end of today. And but I signed the thing in case I don't hear it, so they'll just take it and leave it. But that'll be here, and yesterday the $100 in credit cleared, so I was able to do it again. Thank you, Asger, for the PayPal last week. And make sure if Asger appears, remind me to tell him thank you. So I ordered another one of those rolling printer stand things that I showed you last week. I ordered another one, and for my $10 item, they had the soft chew caramels, the little square caramel candies. They had the caramels with green apple inside. So that was $12. So I used that to get my 5 coins. And then I bought the new printer stand. So I'll have 2 of them to hold the 2 Neptune 3 Maxes. And I've started cleaning up in there because I'm gonna get rid of this table here and put that smaller table here because this is just too big. But first I have to get rid of this freezer right here. I have to put the second larger freezer in the utility room where I'm going to install it, and then I can get rid of this freezer. And these 2 small freezers will be my backup freezers. So if I ever have a failure, I can just move all the food into a working freezer. And but that'll give me a lot more space. And what else? I'm really liking this speaker, so I'm going to look for some DeWalt adapters to 3D print for it today. Because I could just install one of these. I have like 4 of these, 5 of these, but I would rather print one and save this for a heavier duty application. A speaker's not a heavy duty application, so I'm going to look around for the DeWalt things today and see what we can find. I got the Sunlu filament dryer, so we're going to open that and take a look at it. I also got this neat little thing too. This is the bench power supply widget gadget thingy. for the DeWalt batteries. So you plug this into the DeWalt batteries, and it's got a screen, and you can actually program the output. And it's also interestingly got a 140 watt USB-C port. The only thing that's annoying is it's output only. I wish it was bi-directional so it can also charge the battery. That'd be really nice if it was bi-directional. And it's got wireless charging on top, and it's got a an XT60 or XT30 connector, and that just pulled all the way out. That's not supposed to pull out. Oh, that's annoying. I'll have to use a pin to push that back in. That was not supposed to come out. But it's got an XT60 connector, and you can control the voltage output like a bench power supply. So that's pretty nifty. And so I'll be able to use this as a bench power supply in the field, 0 to 30 volts, which is really cool. And I also got this. These are pretty cheap. You can get these pretty easily on Temu and whatnot. And it's just a little USB power supply. I'm actually just lighting up. No. Yes. No. I guess it lights up when you plug something into it. Oh, it's got a switch. It's got a button to turn it on and off. That's nice. But that's just PD 18 watts. But still, that's nice. It turns this into a little battery bank. And there's the 12 amp hour battery I got. What is that thing? Oh, that's the AC inverter. And you've seen that already. This is I think this is 65 watts, or is it 30 watts? Good morning, Big Bad Joe. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. This one is 30 watts. So this will put USB-C PD 30 watts. It's also got a 220 watt AC outlet, and it's got this stupidly bright light on top, which of course has the stupid multiple modes things that they all have. That's annoying, but it's neat. And you can get these for Makita and Milwaukee and DeWalt. And then of course you can get adapters to adapt. So for example, if you have Craftsman V20s, you can get a Craftsman to DeWalt adapter to slap that on one of your V20 batteries, and now you just buy the DeWalt or the Milwaukee or whatever. So it's pretty handy. But it's just nice being able to do that. I'm wondering if this is actually 12 amp hours or if it's closer to 9 amp hours. I don't know. It's heavy enough. I'm not sure. I gotta find out if there's a way to, if there's a tester available to, discharge and recharge to see what the capacity of the batteries is. I'm not aware of any that do that. I can't really use like USB or AC because you don't know what the efficiency of the USB DC circuit or the AC circuit is. What are you doing? Oh, you're playing with the pillow. Cat being a cat. Cat's always being a cat. He's a good boy. He's a good cat. Oh, I also got this, which is really nice. I like this. It's an active stylus. So yeah, you double tap the top, and it turns on. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes. You can see it light up. Well, I wonder if it needs a charge. Does it need it? It shouldn't need a charge. No, it works. Wonder why it's blinking. I've never seen it blink before. But it's a stylus for your phone. Hello. Was it not working, or? Oh, it turned off. It's blinking like it's out of power, but it's an actual stylus that actually has a point, not one of those flat tips, so you can actually touch with precision. This is nice. This is really nice. I think it's out of power, which I find hard. Really? You're just gonna mess with me today, aren't you? I don't know if this is plugged in. Probably not. Really? Come on! Keeps knocking over the damn tablet. It's like, come on, give me a break. It's like it's got something against that tablet. I think it's dead. I can't think of any other reason why it would blink. Alright, it charges at 2 watts, which is, adequate for something so tiny. But it's an actual active stylus. And so it has an actual point. So you can actually use it with precision, which is great for both my phone and my tablet. I guess it is dead. It's showing a single red light. Although that might be normal for, I don't know what the normal is for that. But it's really nice. I like it. And that was like $4 or something like that, or $6, $6. It was super cheap. It wasn't expensive at all. I thought of something I didn't think of. I've been trying to find a tablet for Michelle, but a decent one, with either like a Snapdragon 600 or a Helio G99. I don't want the Unisoc T606. It's a garbage processor. And so I was like, wait a minute, I can use this $100 coupon trick that I'm doing to get her a tablet. No, I can't. The cheapest tablet that looks like it's actually worth anything is like $170, which is too much. I just don't have the $70 to pay the difference. And the cheaper ones that are around $100, 95% certain that they're BS, that they're fake. They say it's a Snapdragon, but the silicon alone costs more than $98. How are you selling the tablet for $98? The chip by itself, just the chip, is more than $100. So I'm pretty sure it's fake. That it's not a Snapdragon processor. It's going to be some garbage welcome device. So I'm going to avoid that for now. I need a flagship tablet, something with a good Snapdragon or Helio G99 processor, but maybe something 2 or 3 years old. I'll find something eventually. But it's got to have like a 10-inch screen so that she can watch YouTube and stuff like that. And what are you gonna do? What else did I get? Oh yeah, I got an outdoor storage crate. I'll show you. Which says ready to ship already, so if it ships today, I should get the $100 tomorrow. And I could do it again. Yeah, I got one of these. One of these things. It was $23. But these things are useful here to keep things out of the sun and keep the animals away from them. I'm looking at anything with a flagship level processor and a 10-inch screen. That's it. Not modern flagship processor. Android 12 or newer. So something 2 or 3 years old would be fine. Anything with a 10-inch screen and either an older Snapdragon or a Helio G99 processor, something that's not garbage. None of these Unisoc tablets with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of ROM. Something with 8 plus 8, 128, something like that. $100 tablet. I'm looking for something affordable, but something that won't drive her crazy being so damn slow. And, the battery life's so damn short that she could watch 2 videos and the battery's out. And, I'll find something eventually. I just gotta keep an eye out for it. It's hard to tell the fakes. I'll show you. There's so many that are just so obviously fake. It's like that can't be real. That's just not possible. Because if I can get one for $100, I'll just use the coupon trick to do it. Because they're still offering the $100 credit. I could use 2 or 3 more of those storage crates, so I could just get my freebie and then add a storage crate. Let's see. Helio G99 tablet. Oh, you're not there again. I hate when you do that so much. I so hate that. What other parts of the webpage steal focus? So let me switch over to you guys so you can see it. Desktop. This one I'm not sure about. It's just expensive enough that it might be legitimate, and that would meet 100% of the requirement to get the discount. But it seems it's borderline too good. It's got the Helio G99, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then you can use 8 gigabytes of the 128 ROM to expand the RAM, which works just fine. But that seems like an awfully nice screen for that price. Decent battery, Type-C. I love the fact I love these Chinese tablets because they're 5G Wi-Fi, 4G dual SIM, so you can put your prepaid SIM card in them, and it treats it just like a phone, not a tablet. So you can use unlimited data, prepaid SIM cards in these things and get on the internet with them. But I don't know if it's legitimate. This one's borderline. The fact that it's from the company that's named the tablet helps. I'm just not 100% sure if it's legitimate. It's borderline. I mean, because the Helio G99 is not a new processor. It's a pretty old processor, but it's a good processor. I mean, it ticks all the right boxes. I just don't know if it's legitimate or not. It's only a dual SIM, but that's okay. Michelle, there's no need for a triple SIM like I use. But that's important because you could put a SIM card in it and you could put a memory card in it. Hey, Michelle. Still trying to get you a tablet. I just got to figure out which of these is fake and which of these is real. I hate the fact that there's no reviews. So it's new enough that no one's gotten it yet. I don't know. But this is one of the only ones that I'm looking at that's possibly legitimate. And it also, I need $135, $135 to fit within the coupon requirements. So this would be a single purchase to get it. And this one's probably, see now this one is probably legit. But it's too expensive. And but then you have ones like this. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for $108. That can't be real. I mean, they're not trying to claim it's a Gen 3, but let's see. Now, how old is this information? Because this here says that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is $160. So if the Snapdragon is $160, well, this is okay. This is 2023. Okay. So in 2023, this was 160. How much is it now? It's probably not available. Looks like it's... No, that's for a tablet. GearBest is still around? I think that site's been taken over by scammers. So I don't know what the current price of a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is. But is it possible to put a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in a $108 tablet? I question whether that's legitimate. That seems too good to be true. 10K battery, fast charging. I mean, it seems like 12 gigabytes of RAM, so it's probably 6 gig of RAM and 6 gig of extended. 512 gig ROM. This seems fake. 120 hertz LCD screen. This seems fake. I'm guessing this is not legitimate. It just seems like you're getting too much for the price. It doesn't seem like that's possible. It's not even claiming 6.6. It's claiming 12 gigs of RAM. I have trouble believing that. Something's not right. This is probably fake. The likelihood of this being real is so small, I just don't buy it. All these ultra cheap tablets just seem too good to be true. I mean, this is probably legit, maybe, but even this Unisoc 616 seems a little too good to be true. Although it's more reasonable. 8,000 milliamp, 18 watt. The LTE is commonplace for the Chinese tablets. 8 plus 12, that's standard. It's 8 gigabytes of RAM, and you can add 12 more by taking from your 256 ROM, which is fine. This could be legit. It's a 12-inch IPS display, which is nothing special. They're not claiming it to be some kind of... yeah, see, it's only 5 megapixel, 13 megapixels, so it's cheap cameras. What I really want is a 12-inch 4x3 tablet instead of 16x10. I mean, even 16x9 would be okay, but I'd rather have 4x3 because I want it for magazine reading. Let's see. But the Helio G99 is so much better than the 606 and the 616. That's probably not bad, though, if it's legit. These reviews seem sketchy. But that could be legit. And the 12-inch screen is nice. It'll make viewing YouTube easier. Well, I mean, I guess I could return it if it's bad. The problem is when you use these coupons, they really do not like when you return stuff. Now, this one's a Blackview tablet, which I know is a legitimate brand. But it's a 606, so it's even worse than the 616. So it's really not a fast processor. I really, really want to stick with the Helio G99 level processor because that's what I use. Both my tablet and my phone have a Helio G99, so I know it's a good processor. It doesn't make you feel like it's wanting. Now this is probably real. It's an older Snapdragon 685, which is fine. The Snapdragon 685 is a great processor. It's got a nice 12-inch screen, 2000 by 1200, so 16 by 9, I believe. But it's $183. I don't have that much. I can't afford that. Even with $100 off, I can't afford that. That's a nice tablet, though. That's actually a pretty nice tablet. Cheap cameras, that's fine. Who cares? Hey, Maker Viking, how are you doing? It's got Android 14, which is good. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. But, and for some reason, tablets are so expensive to buy them used. Like, I'll show you. I don't know why. They're either the absolute garbage tablets that you wouldn't, that'll make you puke to use them. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, I like that rainbow fade. That's very cool. Let's see. Let's go to Marketplace. I'm doing all right. Ooh, that's a nice desk for $20. And I actually do need another desk. Oh, it's not a desk. It's two little racks with a plate on top, I think. That's pretty cool, though. I'm going to save that. Because it's local. When my carport collapsed, it destroyed two of my desks outside. That's a nice little mini fridge. CD rack. That's nice, but not worth $60. That's not bad, but you're better off buying two 300-watt panels, because then you get 600 watts for the same price. Now that's cool. Damn, that's cool. That would be pretty neat in the containers. Too much money, but these fold down. We'll save that anyway. That's kind of cool. Too expensive. Very cool, but too expensive. All right, let's check for tablet. T-A-B-L-E-T. Galaxy Tab S9 Plus for $700. Yeah, bite me. Here's a Lenovo tablet, but which one? It's cracked. Oh, it's garbage. You see the way the screen turned on? Yeah, that's garbage. Oh, yuck. Oh, man, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. That's a cheap tablet. 55 is about what it's worth. Now, ONN makes some pretty good tablets, but they're too pricey. Tablet, brand new. What is it? Metro by T-Mobile. Yeah, these tablets are always junk. They're always junk. Here's a Samsung for $120. That's not too bad. TCL is not a bad brand, but you know they make. Oh yeah, barrel plug. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I never did check new. I mean, we found that ridiculous phone that worked very well to make a time-lapse video at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap, but what do they have for tablets? ONN tablet. Probably too expensive. That's not horrible, but see, it's only 32 gigabytes. That's just, there's nothing there. I mean, even their Pro tablet only has 64 gigabytes. It's just so little memory. You'll fill it so quick. And of course, once you get to the 128, you're at $200. Too expensive. One gigabyte of RAM, 16 gigabyte ROM. You would put a gun to your head and blow your brains out in aggravation trying to use that. That's a suicide tablet right there. You'll want to die. You'll use that for 20 minutes and you'll want to kill yourself. Oh my god, how bad that has to be. I mean, I guess as far as new tablets go, that's not bad, but that's just way out of my price range. What are the specs on that anyway? 2560 by 1600. That's nice. And is that 16 by 9? I'm not sure. I have no idea. Expandable with memory card reader. What does that mean? Does it have an SD card slot or not? 4 speakers, 20 watt fast charging, Wi-Fi 6. Memory card ejection pin, so it does have an SD card slot. Okay. So it's not horrible. And it does have a nice resolution. But what's the processor? G99. Okay, it's a good processor. Okay. Just, it's too expensive. But that's a nice unit. That's not a bad tablet. But the reason I like the Chinese ones, I love that LTE option. That LTE option is nice. Yes, I actually bought my phone on... Actually, I think it was AliExpress I got my phone. When it first came out, it was a special for $197. And it's a Helio G99, 256 gigs of ROM. I think it's 12 plus 12 RAM, so I could have 24 gigabytes of RAM by sharing 12 gigabytes of the ROM space. And it's got a decent 48 megapixel camera, the stupid wide angle camera, the night vision camera with the IR. It's got the IR blaster. It's got a triple SIM tray, so I can put 2 SIMs and my memory card in it. This is the Ulefone Armor 21. I got the dock for it, so I can just pop it in the dock and charge it. I don't have to pop open the ports, but I do have a USB-C 30 watt fast charging port and full-size headphone jack. It's really a really nice unit. This is a good phone. It's got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, so I charge it once every 3 days. And it's got the 3.5 watt speaker on the back. I will never own a phone without one again. I love my speaker so much. I love that speaker. And I don't want a phone that doesn't have an IR blaster. I use the IR blaster every day. You know, I lost the remote to my Mexico Whirlpool mini split, and I bought 3 different universal remotes for mini splits. None of them worked. You know what did work? The fucking app on this phone. The remote control app on this phone, it worked. The remote control app on my my LG V20, it worked. Okay, but you know the freaking ones you buy in the store didn't work. But and it's also got a 6.5 inch, like 6.65 inch screen. It's got a big giant screen. It's a good phone. It's a really good phone. Hey, SBC3D. And for 200 bucks, how can you argue with that? I mean, what is it going for now? It's probably going for the same price. These phones are just not common enough. They're never going to show up on the used market, at least not around here. What is it? FONE. I'm pretty sure I got it from AliExpress. I think it was. It was a direct manufacturer sale. You know, the premiere. So I got it for a discount. Would you stop popping up this crap and blocking my screen? Urgh. Yeah, it's 240 bucks. So you can buy this one for, and what's it on AliExpress? Although who knows with the tariffs now. I don't know if, stuff like this is going to be hit hard by the tariffs. $479, that's not worth that. Yeah, same price, 240. Here's one for $199. Now it says $238. How does that work? Oh, there's different variations? Or is there some kind of coupon? Oh, this one gives you options to buy all the little accessories. Where's the $199? It says $199 right there. Oh, I'm not signed in, and that's probably like a first-time buyer discount or some crap. Because I don't see it for $199. Armor 21. Oh, let's check Amazon. I didn't think of that. That would avoid any kind of Really? Alright. Yeah, it's only $10 more. $254. This is a lower grade version, but it still has a nice speaker. Slightly smaller screen. So if you don't want a gigantic one like I have, does it have a decent processor? Well, it's still got the 9600 milliamp battery. And it's still compatible with the dock. And you can get a 10% coupon. What's the processor? It's okay, this is a slower processor. Unisoc T616. I would not buy that. I mean, for $40 more, for $50 more, you get the G99. So $254 here. Get the G99. I mean, you'd literally be crazy to save $50 and get a significantly slower processor. And but this is the phone that I have. It's a good phone. The GPS can sometimes be annoying, but I think that's a software issue. Although it's got more stable since I allowed it to run in the background unrestricted. Yeah, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte ROM, so it's an 8+8, and 64 megapixel camera. Although I can't tell that much of a difference between the 64 and the 12. It's real, it's legit, but it's about the software. 6.58 inch screen. I thought it was 6.5. It's 5.8. It's a dual SIM plus memory card. Now the only thing I don't like is that they got this stupid little halo light. I'd have rather have had the nice flashlight on the end like my G1 has. My Glory G1. It had a nice set of LED blasters on the end, which was really nice. But yeah, this is a good phone. If you don't keep in mind, it's a brick. Okay, this thing's a brick. Okay, you could kill people with this phone. If I throw this phone at you, it's a weapon. Okay, it's a brick. It's got a 10,000 milliamp battery in there. But if you don't mind having a large phone, you will want for nothing. I mean, it does everything. I have 2 SIM cards in here. I have my the card that I'm paying $7.50 a month for to get my 30 gigabytes of T-Mobile data. And I also have my Whoop card in here, which is $6 a month for unlimited talk and text. And so you can't beat that with a 10-foot stick. Plus my 512 gigabyte memory card, which has got all my audio books on it. And but it's got a nice. It's not an AMOLED screen, but I don't care. It's got a nice bright screen, and it's notch. Unlike the G1, this one actually has a decent earpiece. Although I think I've used the phone like this maybe 10 times in the entire time I've had it. It's always just immediately on speakerphone, and I use the speakerphone because it's just such a wonderful speaker. But is the camera as good as a Samsung camera? No. Is it good enough? Yes. It actually is. It's actually not bad. It's a decent camera. And it's not even all that slow. And although not that great at night, it'll do it. But it's grainy, big time. I also love the little universal connection thing they have on the side, so you can hook an endoscope up to it, a microscope up to it. They have all. I have them all. I found a package on eBay. I got them real cheap, so I got all the little accessories that you can connect to it. I wish they would put more work into that. Some higher quality accessories would be nice. It does reverse charging. The dock is amazing. Trust me, you want the dock, buy the dock. It's got pogo pins on the back. Pogo pin connectors for the dock. So you just stick it in the dock. It just charges. And does it do wireless charging? I don't think it has NFC, but I don't think it has. Oh, that looks like it's charged. I don't think it does wireless charging though. Let's find out. Come here. No. I didn't think it would do wireless charging. Mostly because that speaker bump is going to keep it from sitting flat. Yeah, I was pretty sure it didn't do wireless charging, but who cares? I really don't care if it does wireless charging. What's important to me is it has NFC. It'll do Google Payment, although I don't use Google Payment because so far all Google Payments require you to have a lock screen, and I'd rather blow my brains out than turn on a lock screen. I hate lock screens. I mean, I can't stand it. I hit the button, I want the damn phone on. I am so tired of having to do the face unlock bullshit and typing in the PIN bullshit, and I won't use a fingerprint. I hate it. I really hate it. So I'd rather not use tap to pay. I'd rather just not have that. What I wish they would do is, okay, if you want the PIN lock, how about only require it when I do a payment? How about that? Just make it so I have to bring it up on the screen, punch in my PIN, and then hand my phone over to the person. How about do it that way? One-time use, and I have to do it each time. I'd rather do that. For the infinitesimally rare times where I need to use that, I'd rather just have, click on Google Pay, click on Pay, type in my PIN, and then hand the person the phone. But having to have a lock screen every goddamn time I turn on the phone? No! I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Lock screens suck. Hey, 3D Medic. But yeah, if you don't mind large phones, there's just not much to want in this. It does everything. 33 watt fast charging, 9600 milliamp hour battery. It supports reverse charging and OTG. You have the dock available, which I love. I love my dock. It's right there. It sits right there on my desk. 3.5 watt speaker, which is just monumentally amazing. It's got I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8 plus 8. So it's got 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then you can share 8 gigabytes of your 256 with it. It's got the Helio G99 processor. It can support dual SIM cards and SD card at the same time. It's got a decent resolution screen. It's 1610 plus, and 120 hertz. The 64 megapixel camera is not bad. It's got the IR blaster. Thankfully, I found out I can turn off the halo light at night because it's bright. So after 10 o'clock, that halo light turns off, which is nice. It's really nice. It's a good device. What else does it do? Android 14. Although it does not work with AT&T and Cricket. So if you have AT&T and Cricket, it says it's not compatible. I have a feeling it'll work with some of these providers, but you might have limited access to tower because it probably doesn't have all the bands that some of these providers use. You can usually get the dock for 30 or 40 bucks online. Just watch out for the tariffs. I love this new version they have with the it's got more RAM, and it has newer processor, better cameras, and it has a thermal imaging camera, but they took away the speaker. I don't want a phone without my speaker. I love my speaker. I can't do it. Nope. I gotta have my speaker. I like the bigger screen. But nope, I want my speaker. Gotta have my speaker. Why is this one $299 and this $254? I don't understand why it's that much more money. But yeah, it's really hard to beat that for 250 bucks. I mean, it's where else are you going to get that much phone for 250 bucks? Where? Brand new. Good device. There's nothing wrong with using your thumbprint. It's from okay, and technically the problem with using your thumbprint, which I'm about to tell you, is not really a problem for me. I'm not a drug dealer or criminal, so it's really not a problem. It's a matter of principle. The police cannot compel you to give them your PIN to unlock your phone. However, the police, under current enforced law, can compel you to use your fingerprint to unlock a phone. And that is unconstitutional and wrong on principle. So I won't use it to unlock my phone on principle. Am I ever going to be in a situation where that's relevant? No. I don't give a fuck if a cop has access to my phone. What's he going to do? Find my cat pictures? Okay, what's he going to do? But the problem is, they can use violence. They can take your finger and force you to unlock your phone, and that's legal. But they can't force you to punch in a PIN number because that's inside your head. And they can't, that would violate the Fifth Amendment. And the fingerprint also violates the Fifth Amendment, but the court refuses to enforce it. So No, it doesn't apply to me, and no, it doesn't apply to most people. But it's a matter of principle. It's a matter of I'm going to stand on my sword on that hill, and so I won't use my fingerprint to unlock the phone. Considering I've used the Google payment thing twice in 2 years, because all of my credit cards have tap to pay. God, that's freaking good. And I could also just enable it if I'm desperate and I need it. I forgot my credit card, but it's in here. I can just turn it on, enable the lock screen, set it up, give it to them, do it, and then turn it back off again. So I'm not worried about that. Armor 24. If it doesn't have my 3.5 watt screen, it's probably why I didn't look at it. Armor 24. Yeah, it doesn't have my screen. No, that's the G1. Where is the Armor 24? It's not here. Doesn't have my speaker. I don't want it. Boy, look at that. Look at that battery. 22,000 milliamp hour. Wow. Damn. I do like the big LED light. That's awesome. Helio 1 G96. What the hell is that? 2 IR LEDs. It has the IR blaster. It's got the larger screen. 66 watt fast charging is awesome. 10 watt reverse charging. Although it's Android 13, a lower version of Android than the Armor 21. That's weird. 6 watts of LED power. Holy cow. That's a 75 watt bulb on the back of your phone. Nice. 1,000 lumens. That's almost a 100 watt bulb. Wow. But I would rather have my Glory G1's end lights. They're just more useful to me. I do like the 22,000 milliamp battery. With that much battery power, I could fully charge 2 iPhones and still have 10,000 milliamp battery left. 64 meg wide angle and 64 meg night vision. There's a SIM card. I don't know if it's dual or not. The night vision camera is actually pretty cool. But it doesn't have my... I do like the 6.78 inch screen, but it doesn't have my here's the U-Smart thing. Really cool. I like the U-Smart. Ooh, I like the holster. Boy, I wonder if my 21 will fit in the holster. Now, what is the G96 compared to the G99? That sounds like a worse processor. Looks like 1212. Yes, 1212 RAM, which is nice. You can't call it running updated Android 13 when your older phone has Android 14. It does have the IR blaster. Expanded network coverage, that's good. Including WCDMA and... Okay. Supports all 4 GPS protocol. I don't know. No, 4G. It does have a 3-card slot. That's good. And that's another thing that I love about the phone is this. I'm pretty sure this one does it. Where is it at? Tools. Media. Where is it? Come on. Where'd I put it? I don't use it very often, as you can tell. Come on. What are you doing? There it is. FM radio with a big giant speaker. FM radio with a big giant speaker. And no need to plug in the no need to plug in the headphones. My Glory G1 you have to plug in the headphones. This one you don't. I actually use that quite a bit. Just every now and then you just want to hear what's on the radio. Now there is another phone that I would like, but I'm waiting for Jerry to tear it apart. The 8849 Tank 3, because it has first of all the Tank 2, so I'm hoping the Tank 3 does the same thing. It's actually designed to be taken apart. It's not really designed to be user serviceable, but it uses screws to hold it together. So these holes are actual screws that hold this thing together. So you can actually take this phone apart and replace the battery. It's not as easy as like just swapping a battery, but at least it's possible without having to use a spudger and blades to cut the adhesive off the glass, which almost always breaks the glass when you do it. But this one doesn't have the speaker like mine does, but it does have a speaker box, which I do know works well because my tablet has that. And it works very well on my tablet. It's got a 23,800 milliamp battery, 512 RAM, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 512 ROM. And it has a freaking projector. It's got a 720p projector built into it. If I were to ever upgrade my phone, this is probably what I would upgrade it to. The 8849 Tank 3. So it's a Dimensity 8200, which is on par or better than the G99. It's got 16 plus 16 RAM, 512 ROM. Does it have dual SIM, or is it one SIM, one memory? I'm not sure. That actually is pretty important because I do use the dual SIM. Let's see, 23,800 milliamp hours, 120 watt fast charging. Yes. 120 hertz, 6.8 inch screen, 200 megapixel camera, but at that pixel density, that doesn't really matter. LED ultra light. Oh, it's got the laser rangefinder. Oh, I hope that makes it to the U.S. market. The Armor, the Glory G1 was supposed to have a laser rangefinder, but they forgot to get the FDA certification for it, so they had to change it to LED lights. Ooh, I've wanted that for a long time. 64 meg night vision, 50 megapixel selfie camera, L1, L5 dual band, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3. Android's a little light at 13. Let's see what else we got here. Dedicated slot. It does have NFC. The only thing is I don't think it has a dock, which would... I love my dock so much because you don't have to worry about damaging your USB port. It says 2 SIM card, but is it a triple slot or a dual slot? A lot of phones can take 2 SIMs or 1 SIM and 1 memory. Although with 512 gig ROM, that's not as critical. Is there multiple versions? No, just the one. But yeah, if I ever upgrade my phone, which will be a long time from now because I don't have $400 to upgrade a phone, this is what I would want. Now wait a minute. This has to. Wait a minute. This doesn't have the projector. Oh no! It doesn't. I don't see the projector. That's the whole point of this phone. They got rid of the projector? I know the 2 has a projector, but it looks like they may have gotten rid of the projector on the 3. Oh, I bet you have to pick between the rangefinder or the projector. I want both. No fair. I think I would really use the projector quite a bit. Oh. 8849 tank. It's so close to perfect. That is so close. Ooh, what's this one? Okay, so this has the projector. No, I definitely want the 512. But do they get rid of the laser rangefinder? Oh. It looks like they get rid of the rangefinder. So you can get the one with the rangefinder, or you can get the one with the projector, but not both. That sucks. Damn it. I'm greedy. I want both. Oh man, I'm greedy. I want both. Oh man. Oh, manual focus. Nice. Does it have an IR blaster? Please tell me it has an IR blaster. Yes, it has an IR blaster. Okay. Really? 1616, 512, 50 megapixel instead of 200 megapixel. I don't care. Smaller battery, but that's okay. They got to make room for the projector. Oh man, I wish I can get the rangefinder and the ooh, does this have the projector? Yes. They have a tablet. I'm assuming it has bigger than 1,000 milliamp hour battery. Projector, 50 megapixel, 21,000 milliamp hour, 66 watt fast charging. $11-inch screen. It's only 1080p though. It does have good speakers. I don't know. It's not compelling enough, especially at that price. That's too bad though. I would really love the Tank 4? They have a new one? I didn't know they had a new one. Holy shit. 3K AMOLED display, 1 terabyte of memory, 36 gigabytes of RAM, 1616. Jesus. Wow. 120 watt fast charging. It's only 11,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got autofocus, auto keystoning in a phone. Jesus. Am I not showing the screen? Oh my god, I'm not. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. This is the 4. I didn't know there was a 4. It must be brand new. Wow. That's nice. That's a really high aspect ratio screen. No, it's too new. Samsung chip. Oh, it's got a 50 megapixel telephoto. About time. You know, it's like, what's the point of having an ultra high resolution wide angle and then a low resolution telephoto? It's like, what the hell's the point? This one's got a 50 megapixel telephoto camera. Nice. Wonder how many millimeters it is. 60-minute charging. 1200 lumen camping light on the back, plus the projector, plus the 120 watt fast charging. Jeez. That's nice. You can't even get the 1 terabyte. Oh, you can. $900. But that's actually worth $900. I ain't got it, but that's worth $900. Especially if you can still take it apart. I see screws. Damn it, that's nice. Whew. 18 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of memory. Wow. I thought I turned you down. Wow. That is one hell of a device. Does it still have the IR blaster? Believe it or not, that's really important to me. I use it every single day. What's annoying is any phone with a night vision camera should have an IR blaster because it's got IR emitters. So just use the IR emitters as the IR blaster. Slightly smaller screen. Bluetooth version, yes. Wow. But I really need my IR blaster. Still, that's impressive. That's holy crap. That is impressive. Very interesting. Also very expensive. Well, no, it's not just an app. So my phone actually has an IR emitter right there. I wonder if you can see it. Yep, see it? See it lighting up? That's the IR. Now here's the thing that's messed up about that. Okay? It's got IR blasters right there. There is no reason they couldn't use that to be an IR blaster. So basically, any phone with a night vision camera that has IR emitters to make that night vision camera work should be able to use those IR emitters as double duty to, control IR stuff. I mean, sure, you couldn't point your phone like this. You'd have to hold your phone like that, but who cares? Just, you've got the IR emitters. Why not use them? I don't understand why they haven't done that. Boy, the only way you could make that Tag 4 better would be to add a thermal camera to it. It's the only way you're going to make that better. Yeah, I want to open this up. Let's see what's inside this. I need something to cut. Hi, baby. I want to see what this looks like. This is the Sunlu S4 filament dryer. So this one has a nice screen, and we'll do 4 rolls of filament. It's well packaged. Foam. Ooh, it's got feet. I like that. Okay, you ready for some porn? All right, we got some porn here. There's some big porn. Air exchange openings? Nope. 300 watts. No. Why would it need air exchange openings? I mean, I guess it would help to drive some of the air out, but I don't think it's necessary. I do like that it has... Are these PTFE? They look like... Yes, they are. So you can actually connect Bowden tubes to this. Ooh, I like that. That's something that I wish the other one had. I also like the fact that it has these feet. So the whole thing is actually lifted up a little bit off of the floor. You had to get rid of it, but I think it's going to get rid of itself on its own. Okay. It's got the rollers inside. Yep. Okay. I think it has openings for desiccant pouches too. So it does have a way of getting rid of the moisture. If you look inside there, see how there's a little opening in the bottom, a little hatch? So it has an opening to put desiccant packets. How much you want to bet it wouldn't take much effort to make it work, though? Okay. So far, I'm liking it. It's pretty compact, too. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be. I'm guessing this is going to be our power cable. 4 little pieces of Bowden tube, plus caps to cap off the end of the Bowden tube. And I don't know what those things are. We're going to find out in a minute. Looks like lengths of Bowden tube. Why is there only 2 though? It's a 4 filament dryer. There should be 4 of these. That's annoying. User guide. Warranty card. No, just their same thing came inside the splicer. It uses a standard shaver cord, figure 8 cord. I like the fact that it uses a standard cord. That's nice. So the power supply is built in. You just need to plug it in. You don't have to have a brick. That's nice. I like that a lot. Now, what in the world is in this? Vacuum kit. Keep your filament dry. Oh! I think, I didn't know it came with this. I think these are bags. Yeah. So it's got bags in here, and I'm guessing there's a little pump? No, there isn't a little pump. So how do you vacuum it if it doesn't come with a little vacuum? Oh, it does. Comes with a little pump. So it comes with 10 bags and a little pump, so that after you dry your filament, you can vacuum seal it to keep it dry. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but what would it take to make it cross over? And is it compatible? Like, will it work anyway? Even if it's off a little bit? I don't know. Maybe it won't work at all. I have no idea. I didn't know it was that big a difference, though. Oh, yeah. 2 on the top and 2 on the side. So 4 and 4. Okay. So you have 2 on the top here and 2 on the side. So if you have this below the printer, you can have the filament come this way and come up and out. Or if you have it on above the printer, you can have the filament roll come out the top like this and go to your printer. Okay, cool. These also lock. So these are actually locked shut. No, there isn't. I was hoping. Oh, that would have been cool if this had a divided, so you can have different temperature for different sides. That would have been pretty cool. Hey, Sunlu, how about an S4 Pro? S4 Pro, divide it in the middle, and have 2 separate sets of heaters and fans, and 2 screens. So you can control each side separately. That'd be pretty cool. But then again, this is only $115. So that'd you basically be doubling the cost of the machine almost, as far as hardware. Now I hope they use ball bearing fans, so 6 months from now I don't have to replace the fans in this. Please tell me they use ball bearing fans. I hope they did. They probably didn't. For that price, they probably use bushing fans. But yeah, S4 Pro would be pretty cool. Put an internal divider in there. It does have 2 openings for desiccant pouches, 1 on each side. That's pretty cool. Give you a shot inside there. I also like the fact that these actually latch shut. I love the fact that there's actually PTFE connectors. There's actually actual PTFE connectors on here. Now, the one thing they do need, this is a suggestion that I have for them, is first of all, hello, why is there only 2? It's a 4-roll dryer. Why'd you only give me 2? Why? Don't tell me to cut these in half. No, because I need that length to get from this to the printer. So don't tell me to cut it in half. You need to include 4 of these. I know, yeah, that's why I got it. Because I have a feeling the reason I'm having problems with TPU is that thing just doesn't get hot enough to properly dry TPU. TPU needs just a little bit more heat to properly dry it. See, you give me 4 little ones. Now, I'm going to print my own, but in actuality, you need 8 of these. You should have included 8. Now, what's the buckle? What is the buckle for? Let me read the user guide. It'll probably tell me what it is. Insert Teflon tube. Open the cover. Put filament into the dryer box. Thread filament through the tube. Connect power supply. Press switch. Temperature. Timer. I hope it goes longer than 12 hours. Boy, this is really hard to read. Although I think that's my eyes and not the instructions. Or my eye. It's only have one eye. Let's see here. Select menu, button to increase value. Sunlu's flashing. Ooh, it'll go to 99 hours. Yay! No more having to reset it every 12 goddamn hours. Let's see what it says. I didn't know there was different models. 99 hours. Okay. I love the fact that it will do 99 hours. You know, what actually impressed me was Polymaker's dryer. The modular one. Mostly because it's modular, which means you can actually attach it to anything you want. You could make a filament dryer out of a Tupperware container this big and put the appropriate port on the side of it and slap that bitch on there. It might take longer, but who cares? You could dry off 20 kilograms of filament all at once. That's actually pretty cool. Now, a couple of things that I don't like. I do not like the fact that they only included 2 Bowden tubes. They should have included at least 4. 4. And they should have included 8 of these. Not 4. There should have been 8 of these in here. How are you able to post links? I'm doing something wrong. They always are too long. Use short links. So where are you trying to post links from? For example, if you're trying to post links from Temu, don't try to what is this thing doing? It's reloading. So for example, Amazon. Okay, then Amazon, you do not post links from the taskbar. See how this has got a really long link here? That's not going to work. Let me get you an Amazon one. How are we doing on Amazon this week? Ooh, I had a return. How much? Minus $1.93, not bad. How are we doing on the special? Probably not good. We are at $25.77. So another for $700, and I'll get $100 flat fee. If we get to $32.50, I get $100 extra. If I get to $82.50, I get $330 extra. So if you need stuff on Amazon, go to Nerisse.com and click on the Amazon shopping page here. And all that does is take you right to Amazon homepage. But remember, if the stuff is already in your shopping cart, it doesn't count. So like if I were using my own link, which I can't do, it would not count because this would not count. So what you do is you open this in a new tab, you delete it from your shopping cart, and then you re-add it to your shopping cart. And there you go. I got to order some of these eventually. At least I found some affordable, $22.85. So I need some of these. Although I found them, I think I found them on eBay. I found the silver ones. And if I order 4 of them, I get free shipping. But I don't have the money right now. But anyway, to share this, what you have to do is find the share icon. Where is that? See, I have my own dedicated one up here. But there is one that you can click on. Oh, is it this here? Yeah. So your picture here, see this little square with the arrow? If you click on that and click copy link, that should get you a short link. Yeah, see? a.co/d. So that's what you need to do. You click on this little icon here, click on copy link, and that's going to use a short link, which you can then paste anywhere, and it'll work just fine. Temu, it's the same thing. Same thing if you go here, like you want to... really? Just give me something. Same thing. See? You got the little link there? That seems to be like the universal thing. If it's not the 3 dots in a share thing. So you click that, and you click and don't click this, because that's just going to copy the item number. But if you click on this link here, same thing, it will provide you with a shortened link that will work here. I want to see that one. Okay, so this is a different one. This is the Dryer E2. And this looks like a 2-roll dryer. Yeah, this is a 2-in-1. It says it's dual chamber. Dry and anneal? Okay, so the 110 is for annealing. Oh, okay. So this will work for that new Polymaker filament. Which means Sunlu is probably going to come out with something similar. Okay, so it has an adapter you can add to it to change it to a annealing chamber versus... And this is also cool because it'll hold the larger spools. So you can hold 2 regular spools, or a 3 kilogram spool, or a 2 kilogram spool. Okay, that's pretty cool. Sunlu, want to send me one? Although I don't actually have a need for this. Even though I would find a use for it. Being able to anneal prints would be pretty cool. That new high temperature PLA that Polymaker just released. Which implies that... Okay, so they're doing for PA, PC, GF, CF. But this will also work for the new this will also work for the new why can't I think straight? This will also work for the new Polymaker high temperature PLA. So yeah, this is a completely different unit. This is not designed to dry filament at 110 degrees. This is designed to turn this into a heating chamber for annealing prints. So how big is the heating chamber? Because I print big things. Internal size, 192/255 by 372. That's not bad. I mean, I would like it to be bigger, but that's not bad. And extending that wouldn't be that hard. So your primary limitation is the 192. I'm guessing 372 wide, 192 deep, 255 tall. So your primary limitation is the 192. But in theory, you could build an expansion to add to the top of this, but that'd be kind of janky. If you want to link to that one. Are you going to work, or are you just going to ignore me? Why isn't it doing anything? There it goes. It didn't want to work. So here is an affiliate link for that one. All right, Michelle. Be good. Remember, if you're naughty, I told them they could torture you. So don't you dare be naughty. Grrr. So what is in here? There's other things in here that I'm not sure what they are. I need a container that I can dump this into. Oh, seriously? You're going to do that? Huh? You're going to do that? Bite me. Okay. Stuff is just messing with me. Rawr. Okay. What I don't understand is, what the hell are these? I don't know what these are for. They're called buckles. Is that like the printed things that we use to lock these PTFE things in place? Hey, Asger. Thank you very much for that PayPal last week. I really appreciate that. The $100 credit cleared from Temu yesterday, and I got another. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay. So they really need to include 8 of these. And they need to include 4 of the big PTFE tubes. And what they also need to include is a PTFE joiner. The ability to join 2 PTFE tubes together. Here's why. To properly use this thing, you'll put a PTFE tube in here like that. Oh, interesting. It goes all the way in. Oh, it's a full pass-through. Okay. That's why it includes the lock. Interesting. So you can have that sit right there like that. And then this would lock it in place. I'm assuming. Yeah. I think I prefer the plastic ones. That seems like a little janky to me. I think I would prefer the plastic ones. But anyway, there's your connections. Now, they should have included joiners for the PTFE tube. And the reason is pretty simple. I don't want to take these off. These should be essentially permanent. And when I should have 8 of them for all 8 connections. Whenever I'm not using them, this does not work either. Okay? So what they're doing is they included these to go into the PTFE sockets here. So if you're not going to use the top ones, for example, you can put these little rubber thingies in here. This is what I'm guessing these are for. To block these ports to keep it sealed chamber inside there. Yeah, it's the replacement for the plastic ones that we use on the printers. So they don't come off. But now what I need is... I need a joiner to connect this tube to this tube. Because I need the filament to come all the way out this tube. Otherwise, how the hell do I get my mitts on it? Okay? So I need that filament to stick out. Which means I need a cap that I can put over this. So I'm going to print one. I should be able to print it. It doesn't have to be airtight. It just has to be close enough. But have the filament stick out a bit and have this go over top of it like that, and then have a cap for this end or a cap for this end so that I can cap it off when I'm not using it. But that cap needs to be, I'm going to have to make one about that big so that when I pop the cap off, I can still grab the end of the filament and pull it out and feed it into whatever tube I'm going to use. I think that would be a good idea if they had the ability to do that. So a PTFE joiner to join this tube to that tube, and the ability to cap this tube when I'm not using it. So I don't have to have these long tubes dangling all over the place. But yeah, I think that would be a smart move. I would like to see them do that. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to do it myself, but it'd be nice if it just came like that. Where do we go here? Yes, which is kind of weird, since if you're going to use 4, you don't need plugs for 8, but they give you 8 plugs and 8 clips. But they only give you 4 pieces of PTFE tube. Okay. Okay. And then the other problem is the plugs don't fit in the PTFE tubes. I mean, I don't need them, but I guess I might as well put them in so I don't lose them. And now they won't go in. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I would also like to have seen, I'm probably going to, if it'll let me, I'm going to modify it. I don't want to lose these clips. Now here's the other problem, is I have these extra bits and no place to put them. So what changes would I make? Okay, so first things first, is there enough room? There might not be. Okay, so there's not enough room there. What about if I stick a roll of filament in here? Let's do that. Okay. The answer is no. There might not be enough room. There might be. Maybe. Okay. I'd like to see them make this a little bit taller. So either make this whole thing 2 inches taller up here, or better, add 2 inches to the bottom of the machine. So add 2 inches to the bottom of the machine here and have a drawer. Okay? Either have a drawer built into here, like a little compartment that can open, or have a drawer built into the front of it that you can open and that you can put accessories in. PTFE fittings, tubes, fittings, clips. Having a little drawer to be able to put all that stuff into would be very, very nice. And the filament just rolled around inside there. Okay. So that would pop out right there like that. Okay. Not bad. Okay, I like it. But now what I need is a little cap to go on the end of this to protect that, to seal it. And I guess it doesn't have to allow the filament to come out. It could just cap it right there like that and just cap it, because it's easy enough to reach into here and just push a little bit out like that. You're not going to introduce all that much moisture doing that. Well, I will, and I might even try to put it in the lid here. Like cut an opening in the lid and put a small little drawer right there inside the lid. So I have a little tiny compartment to put the PTFE fittings, the little rubber things, the little clips. You know, just having a little Ziploc baggie and stick it inside there. But having a dedicated place to actually put it would be nice. I want to see what this thing looks like. I can't plug it into my inverter because that only goes to 220 watts. Which means I gotta plug it into here. Which means I gotta find it somewhere. It's here somewhere. There it is. I see you. You can't hide from me. Okay. Let's get that filament out of there before it rolls around again. It's amazing how angry filament manufacturers got when I told them that their rolls were coming with knots in them from the factory. And it's like, it does not. You're letting the filament go. And I sent them a picture of their roll of filament in the fucking vacuum bag, and you could see the knot through the vacuum bag. I was like, really? Really? I did that? Yeah, of course. There's plenty of other ways to do it. I can make a little drawer that goes on the side here that double stick tapes on, and have a little drawer pop out. Maybe even use Gridfinity or something like that. But what I'm saying is there's an elegant way that Sunlu could modify this to do that too. Having if you're going to have something this big on top of your filament stand, having a 2-inch drawer the full width of this on the bottom would be very handy. You could put nippers in there. You could put your Sunlu filament joiner in there. I would even like to see Sunlu put a USB port on this, so that I can plug my filament joiner from Sunlu into my filament dryer to power it. And then in that drawer, I could put my filament joiner, my extra PTFEs, fittings and tubes and clips. It's just something they could do for a version 2. If it's popular enough to warrant doing that much work to make a version 2. It might not sell enough to be worth all that molds to do a part 2. I'd like to see that light up too. Okay. Let's see here. All right. I guess, can I touch that? No, I gotta go set. How high will it go? 70 centigrade is the highest. Oh, you can change Fahrenheit and Celsius. It's got presets. What's it doing? The Sunlu is blinking. Okay, so here's the presets. PC, PA, ABS, TPU. It says TPU only needs 55, but I don't think so. I think it needs 60. PET G and PLA. Oh, that's because I already changed it. And here's the time. I can't press and hold. But will it remember it? I don't know what the relative humidity... You can set the relative humidity? What's MO? That reset my time, which is really annoying. Now here's the real question. If I set it for 48 hours, you have to double tap power to turn it off. No, it resets to 6. Come on! Come on, I gotta set the time every single time? You can't remember it? Well, the problem is the lowest it'll go to is 30%. The problem is it's never 30% here. Ever. It's never 30%. It's already at 19% because my humidity here is 12%. So that's not going to do anything, or it's going to make it work less effectively. It's very, very dry here. God damn it, that's good. This is the new Lipton Fusions. They're expensive, but they're good. Oh, I see. Automatically. I was hoping it was going to remember my settings. I would like to be able to program my own settings because, although maybe with the higher temperature, maybe 6 hours is enough. But I've noticed that my TPU works better if it's constantly being dried as I'm printing. And some of these prints take 2 days. So being able to set this to run for 48 hours would be nice. Although that's a lot of electricity. That's a whole lot of electricity. I'm assuming it cycles once it's reached temperature, where it won't just keep running at 300 watts, because it's going to maintain a temperature. And in order to maintain a temperature, it has to cycle on and off. There's 2 modes. Yeah, I wonder why the modes aren't more explained in the instructions. What did I do with those instructions? It didn't seem to explain it very well. Wish it wasn't so hard to read. It tells you how to change the value. Seven. Oh, okay. Yeah, wouldn't that suck? Oh, your filament's too dry. Let me wet it for you. Interesting. Okay. So the MO2 mode is not going to do much for me unless my filament is really wet. Yeah, basically it'll run until the timer counts down, and then if the humidity rises to the level that you set, it'll kick on again until it gets back down to 25%, and then turn off again. That's actually pretty cool if you live in a wet area. I'm Groot. What's annoying though is that it does not remember the time. So every time you turn it off, it resets to 6. That's annoying. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but that's annoying. I was really hoping this would be advanced enough to, if I tell it to go for 48 hours, that it would remember that and stay with that. So I didn't have to keep doing it over and over again. I'm Groot. Ooh, Google survey. Let's see, which of the following places have you visited? None of those. That's 10 cents. And what receipt do you want? You want me to update? Yes. I've almost got $10 again for Google Rewards. I'm at $9. $9.02. Oh, did Upside update yet? I have enough on Upside to withdraw as soon as it clears. Yes! $20.09. I can finally withdraw my Upside. Cash out to your bank account. Sandia Labs. Cash out amount. 20.09. Cash out. Yay! Hey, if you guys aren't using it, use Upside. I mean, it takes me a year to get $20 to cash out, but once a year I get $20 for nothing. Here, let me post it. Media, YouTube. I can do it from here, right? Where's my videos? Where's my live? Live? Where's my current live? It's not showing. I can't see my current live when I go to my page. That's weird. I can go here and see it. Here we go. Yeah. There's my affiliate link for Upside. If you sign up for Upside, we both get 15 cents per gallon off. So the next time I fill my gas tank, I can get an extra 15 cents off. It takes me about a year to buy enough gas to get $20 out of it. But that's just because I only use the gas car to go to see Michelle and to go to the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap. Otherwise, I use my electric car to drive around town. Ew. I wish it had memory. That's definitely something they should fix. Well, they can't in the next version. But yeah, I wish it remembered what time I selected when I turned it on. But the screen is nice and responsive. It's nice and clear. It's easy to read. It doesn't take too much effort to set it. So yeah, this is going to be my new filament dry. This one I'm going to use. It's already warm, just from that little bit that I ran it. It's got a 300 watt heater inside there. So not bad. I'm pleased. Where is that one? Let's see. Why are you in my way? Get out of my way. Come on. Come on. Okay. Get link. So here is the S4 on Amazon. And here is the S4 on Temu. It's local seller, so no import charges. It's 140 on Amazon. You'll have it in 2 days. It's 117, but you can almost always get it for right around 112. Just make sure you grab one of those coupons. And so you can save like $30, and it'll take maybe 3 or 4 days for it to come in. I think it took 4 days, 5 days for mine to come here. And if you can get that win credit, then you just need to add, another $30 purchase to that. Buy a couple rolls of filament, and you can get $100 cash back. So you can basically get these, if you're willing to go through the rigmarole to do it. You can get the Sunlu dryer for nothing, for $12, because you'll get $100 back, and then you can use that $100 to buy more filament or do what I'm doing. Do it again. And just keep doing it over and over again. And all you have to do is to add the $40 or so. That's the difference. And but that's what I do to get this stuff that cheap. So now I have you see last night I ordered another one of the printer stands, and I ordered this box that got me the $100 cash back. So the moment this switches to shipped, I'll get $100 cash back. Nice. Did you use my link? Because I'm not sure if I get any commission from Temu. It doesn't look like I've ever gotten anything from them. So you can see the my order total was $141.06, $2.99 shipping. I had $110 in credit left over, so I only had to pay $45.35. Because once again, I got you see here, I got the $100 in credit from the win credits, and the day before I got 10 cents from Farmland. I got $1.49 as a price adjustment. Yep, it's in the description. I'm not sure if I actually get a commission from that or not. I have no idea. I don't know. I guess, the one item was out of stock, so they gave me a $5 credit. And I had a couple $5. Yeah, here. I got 3 $5 credits for late delivery. So that was $15 there. That's $20. And then I came to like $27 in credit. Yeah. So 8 cents here, 10 cents here, $1.49 here, $4.08 here. And then I spent that to yesterday. I wonder why it splits it into 3. It doesn't matter, but it splits it up like that. It's weird. But you can see I got my $100 credit, and you combine that with the $27 in other credits that I got for compensation for out of stock and for late delivery. And What were these all for? What was late? I don't know. Won't let me open it. But yeah, all I had to do was add $45 of cash out of my pocket. So I added $45 in cash, and that got me another one of these filament stands and this deck box for out front. And for the $10 purchase, in order to get the extra 5 coins, I bought this. Come on, you won't gonna let me open it? Caramel Cubes Green Apple Candy, 2 pounds. Michelle loves these caramel things, and I like them too. So that's what I bought to get the 5 coins. And that, of course, came out of the credit. So I got all 3 of these. I got 2 pounds of caramels, this 3D printer stand, which was like $117, and this deck box, which I think was $23. And I only had to pay $45 out of pocket. This still hasn't shipped, but they gave me the credit. I guess after a certain number of days, they give you the credit. This should get here today. That's the first one. And I bought this to go with it. Clear Customs. Good. So, do they build the customs charge into the price now? So it says released by customs. And I didn't get a bill. So I think they're doing one stop where they just add the customs to the price. Because I've noticed you can now get Chinese shipped things again. Because I'm not being charged anything. I don't know how that works. Like, let's, this one, maybe? I'm just picking random stuff to find something that's not local warehouse. Just give me something. Anything. $0.38. Buy now. No, I don't want to submit order. It says total will be $3.64, which is $2.99 plus 38 cents plus tax. So there's no, here it is. Here we go. Yeah. 38 cents, $2.99, 27 cents tax. How is it 27 cents tax? That's like 90%. Oh, they're taxing the shipping. That ain't right. Is that normal? You pay tax on the shipping? So it looks like they sorted the tariff situation. They just charge more? Because I noticed things cost more now. Like these used to be like $11. Now they're like $14. This was $24. Now it's $30. But then this is stupid cheap. That's a lightning deal. I like that it's clear. Actually, I like that a lot. It's small, though. Only 50 ounces. That's not even half a gallon. That's a tiny one. Huh. So I don't know what's going on with the tariffs. How does that work? Did they get rid of the small item value penalty? 54% is still insane. I don't think this is current. Yeah, this is a month old. This is all a month old. None of this is current. Yuck. Nasty. This is all old. This is all a month old. It's June 18th. So there's nothing current? I mean, because clearly they're not charging 54%. So yeah, see, May 5th, Temu halts China shipments to U.S., but now they've started China shipments again. That's a month ago. They raised prices. Yep, I saw that. Is there nothing current? Or am I going to get a surprise? I know the de minimis was eliminated, but how much are we being charged? It's not 54%. These prices would be a hell of a lot higher if it was 54%. 4 days ago. But it's a video, so I can't play it. Because I'm not being charged anything for this order. You know, I bought this, and you see here's my price adjustment. They lowered the price 45 cents, so I got that back as a credit. So it was $10.44 for these two sofa end covers. And it says custom clearance completed. And I didn't get a bill or a notice or anything. So is that 54% built into the 1044? Or did they change it again? That is annoying that we can't find information about this crap. But these prices don't indicate 54%. These prices indicate, 10 or 15%. Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing 10 or 15% above what it was before. See, these used to be 10, now they're 12. This used to be around 40, now it's 44. These used to be like $4, now they're 5. This is I'm seeing 20% here, 15%. It's amazing how much they penalize you because you want this for DeWalt batteries. I did not ask you to click that. Because this is for DeWalt and it doesn't even come with a battery. They charge $71. But you could buy the exact same item with 2 batteries for $20 less than that. If it doesn't use DeWalt batteries. The only difference is the connector here. Let me watch. 20 volt trimmer. 20 volt. How? See? Here's a hedge trimmer, $31 with 2 batteries. I mean, it's the same damn thing. There's no real difference. They're $40, you know. Here's the same thing again. Yeah. The difference is the connector. They're charging you for the premium of being able to use a DeWalt battery, which is really annoying. It really makes me want to buy the cheap one and then, you know, strap one of these things onto it so it'll do 12 volt. Well, you want to look up something where you're at, and then I'll look up the same thing here? What do you want to look up? We can't look up the same item, but you can give me the description. Damn it. See what's happening? I figured out what's happening here, by the way. I highlight this, and then I continue past this, and this steals the focus from this. See? It steals the focus. So I'm here, but as soon as I touch this, it takes the focus away from this. And because I'm just swiping, the mouse passes over this crap. Now there's code, Temu. There's code to fix this. Okay? When you have this auto pop-up shit, in your code, in your CS script, you can put a time delay so that I have to hover over this for like 2 seconds before it'll do that, and that'll stop this crap from happening, where it keeps stealing the focus when I try to... See, all I did was go flick, and it stole the focus away from me. That's what it keeps doing. Very annoying. And they could fix that easily. It's just a command in their script to add like a 2-second delay. You know, it's in milliseconds, but... Start at the 20 and move to the right. You know, that's harder to do, though. See, here, all I have to do is click here and highlight. But to start at the 20, I've got to get that exact spot. See? I have to get that exact spot right there. Otherwise, I end up grabbing everything except the 2. So here, I can just click and drag. While here, I have to slow down, and I have to... See, right now, that's not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work. Now it's going to work. It's a real pain. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Well, triple click because there's more than one word here. So 1, 2, 3 to select all of it. Otherwise, double click just gets you one word. So you have to triple click to highlight everything. And then I have to not move the mouse from that box. Because if I move the mouse anywhere else, well, that doesn't steal focus. But these steal the focus from where the mouse was. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what was doing that. Very annoying. Very annoying. Search for entry-level 3D printer. Well, it's what's called a hover over. So it's a drop down is I click. So you click on this. But this is called a hover over. All I'm doing is hovering, and it's invoking the drop down. Well, because that hover is to the browser, it's like clicking. So it steals the focus away from here and changes it to here. Now, in order to avoid exactly what's happening right here, you can insert into your code a millisecond delay. So that simply crossing over it, just touching it, see? Just touching it doesn't invoke the pop-up. These are beautiful printers. I love these little Tina 2S printers, but it's too expensive. That's not worth $154. Not when you could buy an Ender 3 for $20 more. I mean, this printer should be, $80. And although maybe they can't sell it for $80. Maybe it's just not possible. I don't know. That's probably not going to work, but I'll try it. Oh, it didn't take focus. LN 2201 281. Yeah, it didn't work. There's got to be more to the name than just entry-level 3D printer. What kind of printer is it? Now, why did you not... Why did you do that? Why didn't you take me back to here? Why did you go back to there? That's annoying. Do you know what printer it was? There's got to be more in it than just entry-level 3D printer. Tri-metal unicorn nozzle. That's cute. I mean, here, 145. This is an Ender 3V3 SE for $10 less than the Tina. I mean, just why would you buy this when you can get, this? Just why would you do that? You wouldn't. This is a great deal, by the way. The longer LK5 Pro for $218. Hard to beat that. I mean, I've been beating the living hell out of this printer, and it just won't stop. Ow. It is for $223 or $218. Yeah, $218 is a better deal. There's that nice filament rack. Yeah, he sent me the wrong filament rack, which is really annoying. Oh, come on. See, it did it again. I gotta keep the mouse in there. I wonder if Grease Monkey will let me change that. Like if I can inject code. I bet you I can. I bet you there's a Grease Monkey script to do that. I bet you there is. So what's really annoying is he sent me this one. And that's not the one I ordered. I can't even show you the one I ordered because it's a discontinued listing and the picture is this big. I'm trying to see if anyone else has the one that I wanted. Because I want to get another one. I want two of these, but I would really prefer to get the one I wanted. Well, it's... Okay, so it's not this one, but it's similar. The one this is what he sent me. He sent me this one. And it's not bad. It's fine. It's great. Well, it doesn't have adjustable feet like that. But, oh yeah, the K one. I know what you're talking about. Hang on. You talk about this one. Or ones like this. There's a few different versions of this. There's a few different. Here's the easy. Here's the K9. Easy 3 K9. Here's the Easy 3 X1 with a separate box. Here's another one. That's the same as the orange one. It's black. That's the same as the X1. So yeah, you're talking about these. Here's the K9. Here's the black one. There you go. And then you have the X1, which just has a separate little control box. And then you have this. This is the newest version. I think I paid $60 for mine on eBay. I think it was this one here, the K9. So I ordered this. This is the first thing I ordered with the $100 coupon, and it's not the right one. The one I ordered had plates on the side here that went about this far down, and then had more tubes sticking out so you can put even more filament on here. And it also had wheels, and that was a big deal. I wanted the wheels because then I can move it around. He said it was out of stock, and he wanted me to cancel the order. But I couldn't cancel the order because then I'd lose the $100 cash back. And I think that's why he wanted me to cancel the order, so he didn't take a penalty, because then it would be me canceling it. So he finally, I guess I contacted Temu, and I guess they contacted him and said, hey, what's going on? And so he finally shipped it out. He sent it out Amazon FBA. And he sent me out the $90 one that he has on Amazon. And it's this one right here. Which is fine, except it doesn't have wheels. So I'm hoping he'll send me the wheels. Like, just send me the wheels that'll screw into here. I don't care about the plates on the side. I can add them if I want it. I mean, the rack is fine. Just, I want the wheels. I want to be able to roll the thing around. And I don't know where to get wheels that fit into those holes. And, he said send me pictures. So, what am I going to send you pictures of? You've got the pictures. It's your fucking listing. Look at your original pictures in the listing of what I bought, and look at your pictures in the Amazon listing for what you sent me. Duh! What the hell do you need a picture from me? So I sent him his own pictures. And then he says, okay, send me a video. Really? I'm going to send you a video saying, the plate's not here. The wheels aren't here. What the hell else do you think's going to be in the video? Arrgh. K10. Let's see. That's the K9. I'm going to guess that it's this one. This new one. Because that's the X1. That's the K9. That's the K6. I want to guess that it's this one. Does it look like this one? Like, does it physically look like this one? Oh, come on. Give me one that I can click. Here we go. Copy. Let's see. Paste. K10 3D printer. It's this one here. How about Temu? RPM, Temu, it's 148 on Amazon. Here it's for 111 on Amazon. 100 and... Okay, that's not the same printer though. That's different than that. It's close, but not the same thing. 110 on Cafago. eBay 147. Start all over again? Nah, you're just screwed, buddy. Oh, wait a minute. Here's one. Item is sold out. So it looks like the K10's not available anymore. Let's just do a search for K10 3D. That's not what I wanted. Nope, looks like it's not available on Temu. But it looks like it's about $100. So 57 pounds, $2. 76. So if it was the same prices in the UK, it should be about $77. And if I do 77 times 1.54, it comes out to 118. So it doesn't quite jive with the 54% tax. It's something in between. And I don't know how much of your price includes VAT. Does your price include VAT? Does that 56 include your VAT? Do you even have VAT in the UK? I don't know how that works. I know the EU has VAT, but do you have that in the UK? Is that separately added on, or is that built into the price? So anyway, I got this. Am I showing you my screen? Yes. And I have pictures. So there's the filament rack. It's a perfectly good filament rack. I got no problems with it. What's interesting is that there's legs out here. I didn't realize they were there, which means I should be able to put big rolls of filament down here. So this is all the filament that I've gotten for free. 37 kilograms of filament. So I used the $100 off to buy all this filament. This is cool. This is the bamboo rack to FIFO, first in, first out. So it rolls down here and then rolls down here. Oh yeah, of course, I'm going to fill the whole damn thing. This is why I'm going to take, I got to get new Venetian blinds for my windows. And these are mobile home windows, so there's actually two windows. There's one on the inside and there's one on the outside. And what I want to do is I'm going to trim down the Venetian blinds and I'm going to hang them on the inside frame here so that the blinds are between the two pieces of glass. And the reason for that is because of this and this and this and this. Yes, that's my cats insisting on being able to look through the window. Even though I left them an opening down here to look out, that's not enough for them. He climbs on top of here and he tears it apart to look through here. He climbs up here and he tears it apart to look through here. So I'm gonna put the blinds in between the two panes of glass. Well, first of all, that'll make sure they never get covered in dust, but it'll also stop the cats from having access to the blinds. But this is for cat food, and it should also work for tuna fish cans. So you can slide your cans in here, and they'll FIFO, first in, first out. So this is pretty cool. I got this on the Temu thing. That's the filament dryer. But yeah, the rack is nice. I love the rack. You know, it's 7 tiers, so you got 7 levels. Actually, 8 if you put, like, if I get like 5 kilogram spools, I could put them here and here. So I could fit 84 regular rolls of filament because I could fit 12 across, and there's 7 levels. That's 72, 74, 84. So it's 84 rolls of filament, or it's 72 rolls of filament plus whatever big rolls I put down here. But the problem is this doesn't have wheels, and I really, really need wheels. So I want to put it right there on the other side of that door, and I want to be able to move it around. And being able to roll it around would be very handy. I mean, I guess it's not super critical, but it would be nice. And what are you gonna do? And I can't find the one that I ordered. Let's see if it's on Amazon. So let's do this. Let's do 57 times 0.8. So you're actually paying 45.6, and then 45.6 times 1.54 would be $70. So if there was a 54% tariff, it'd be $70 in the US. I don't know. I can't find it for sale on Temo, so I really don't know. I didn't try to add something to the cart on AliExpress and see if it charges me anything. Oh yeah, look at this. The Dollar Express is now $2.99 and up. Isn't that interesting? So no more 99-cent from the Dollar Express menu. I mean, that's a 50% increase. Uh-oh. There it is. Yeah, I don't like these metal clips. These are annoying. They're too easy to pop off. I'm just sitting here diddling with it and I popped it off. Yeah, see the price overall, that's $248. So there are some things lower. $419, that's the same as it was. $5, that's not 35 watts. No, it's not. That's like 4 watts. That's the same price. So there is dollar stuff. Interesting. Well, let's try something. Let's add this. Yeah. Let's add this. Oh, I gotta sign in. Really? I had to use my email address as expressali@narice.com instead of aliexpress@narice.com because it won't let me use AliExpress in my name. It refuses, and it doesn't tell you why. It just won't accept it. It just keeps saying invalid. Okay. Add 3 items for free shipping. So let's just do this. Now I want to do really cheap items. So let's do that. Why won't you let me scroll in here? I guess this and this. Free shipping available. Some items are not available. Please edit your order. Well, then why the fuck did you let me add it if it's not available? Like, why is it here? Really? You're gonna pop that up for every single thing I do? Oh my god. Can I delete them all? Nope, I gotta do it manually. Oh, what a pain. So annoying, so annoying, so annoying. Okay. Let's add that. Oh, just add it. Come on. Let's add this. And let's add this. Okay. Add 3 more, get $2 off, but that gets me free shipping. Let's see what it tries to charge me. It's not adding anything. I'm guessing this is just tax. Yeah, 8%. Huh. Isn't that interesting? I'm tempted to try to place a tiny order from AliExpress just to see what happens when it hits customs. I'm really tempted. But I could actually use some of these. Can I change that to a different size? Yeah, here we go. 30 millimeter, 40 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 60. So 30 is the smallest. So I do need some of those. They cost more money. Of course they do. And 10's not... Oh, they are more money because you're getting less. It's $1.29, but you're only getting 10. I don't remember what I got before when I ordered these. I think this is the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing. That's about the same price. $2.29. So are they just eating it, or am I going to get a bill? It doesn't look like the prices have changed. Just had the LG show theme run through my head with that email address. Ooh, those are cute. I like that. Yeah, I definitely want those. And I need 2 of these. So I need 3. I need 30 for the car. That is so fake. It's fake. These are plastic. There's no metal there. Well, those are cute. And they're screw back. I like the screw back. What's that? 5G! Oh my god, it's 5G! I don't know why it needs to be 5G, but okay. 2 watt. That's legitimate. That's probably 2 watts. Oh, those are actually cute. I like that. I like the asymmetrical ones. Oh, so it still gives you the $2 off. And does it charge anything? It's still not charging anything. Free shipping, $2 off, 91 cents tax. Huh. I wonder what the hell's going on with that. I mean, how are they dealing with it? Or am I going to get a bill? These are nice, actually. They're metal. I don't know. I really don't know. That's right, I can't search on the... for some reason, you can't search on the PC. You can search on the app, but not on the PC. Why? I have no idea. Because I'd like to see if there's any 3D printing stuff available. I guess it would be under tools, maybe? Or electronics. Because sometimes they have nozzles and stuff in here. No, that's normal price. That's normal price. It's like the price hasn't changed at all. I mean, how? How are they getting around it? I mean, if it went down to 13%, I could see them just eating it. Because I think the general tariff is going to be 13%, if I remember correctly. I thought I read that. I don't know. That's what it normally sells for. Because I've bought that before. I'm looking for things that I've purchased before to see if it's the same price. That's a normal price. That's a normal price. That's a normal price. I don't know. There's some things where they've clearly raised the price, and then there's some things where they haven't. Are they just eating it, or... I just don't know. Who knows? I'm definitely going to put this to use because I want to try printing vase mode in a TPU again. So I'm going to put those 2 rolls of TPU in here. If anybody finds a good deal on TPU, let me know. Some colored TPU, not just black and white. You know, like the nice colors, the purple and the red and the blue and the gold. I haven't found any good prices on TPU. For some reason, TPU specifically is really expensive right now. Is that even a kilogram? I mean, that's not horrible. Oddly enough, the best deals are on Amazon. But at least this is colored. Are the other colors the same price? Yes. Okay, so that's not a bad price. Not a horrible price. Is this local warehouse? It's not. This is coming from China. So that explains why it's a little more money. There it is. But at least this one has other colors. TPU 1 kilogram. You gotta watch out because sometimes they give you the smaller rolls. See, there's $20, but it's black, black, black. $19, but it's black. It's like I'd rather just not have it than have black. Here's $19 for yellow, $19 for orange, $19 for blue. What's this one? Paper white. $22 for transparent purple. Okay, so there is subcolors available. There's 18 for some red. There's 24 for some pink. 18 for some clear. No, that's PLA. There's a nice purple, but that's 57D. It's harder than 98A, which means it's way harder than 95A. Oh, I thought I switched that. There's some Ranky. It's 98A though. Too hard. There's some 87A, but it's twice the price. Ouch. 72D, too hard. I want 95A. Ideally, it would be some 90A. 90A would be a good balance. 85A is pretty good too. That's actually not bad for 85A. Do they have other colors? No. And I would rather not have it than have black. Although that 85A might be good for the bottom of the shoe. Too expensive. Too expensive. There's some transparent. Where's that white? There's some of that silk kind. That's nice. I gotta get some Harajuku pink. That's a Paramount 3D color. I like Paramount 3D. They make good colors. Glow in the dark. It's a kilogram? A kilogram for $30 is not bad for Amylin. Amylin makes some nice filaments. Isn't that interesting that Amazon is actually cheaper than Temu for TPU? I mean, that's the best deal so far, 22. That's 25. Here's that silk one, 35. You know, I bet you they're drop shipping from Amazon. I bet you that son of a bitch is drop shipping from Amazon. How much you want to bet? Oh, yeah. I bet you that's exactly what he's doing. That's Pet G. Yeah, there's just not much TPU available for some reason. And what is available is, really, this is 23 on Amazon. $22.99. Here it's 29. How much you want to bet this is just being drop shipped from Amazon? I mean, 11, but it's only 250 grams. That's pretty. It's PLA. Boy, that would be nice if that was TPU. It's so annoying. That's a pretty color, but it's not, I guarantee you, it's not a kilogram. 250 grams, yep. Yeah, the TPU is just it's a no-go on Temu. It's just too expensive. What about Ali? TPU 1 kilogram. 34. We can look at that. We can look at that. We can look at that. Boy, $77. Wow. Pet G, PLA, TPU. $38.99. Ouch. Okay, let's check this one. Pet G, Easy ABS, Pet G, ABS, ASA. Oop, is that TPU? TPU, white, 10 rolls. Now, see, that's not bad. But it's only white. No, wait a minute. Oh, half kilogram times 10. So that's still not bad. That's $16 a kilogram. But you get it in annoying half kilogram rolls. It's like, how about you just leave it 1 kilogram and say 5? So we don't have to deal with this bullshit of and it can't be shipped to your address. Why? That one can be, but the TPU can't be. Why the hell does this volume keep getting turned up? I turned it down. That shouldn't be ringing. I see that a lot too. This product cannot be shipped to your address for some reason. That is just weird. Say the TPU can't be shipped here. Everything else can be, but not the TPU. Something's going on with the TPU. Something weird's going on. I wonder what's going on with that. That's PETG, PLA, PLA, TPU. Okay, that one can be shipped here. And it's actually 10 kilograms. And it's $14.48 a roll. That's actually not bad. But it's all one color. That's a PETG mix. There's a TPU mix. Ooh, $22 a kilogram. So if you want a mix of colors of TPU and you're stuck getting too white and too black, which is really annoying, you have to get you have to pay that price. That's annoying. But if you can live with white, it's $14 a kilogram. I'm going to save that. If I ever need a whole bunch of white, at least that's a halfway decent deal. Is it 95A? Probably. I am showing you my screen, right? Yes. I wonder why. What's the deal? Now the orange is the same price. That's PETG. Okay, the blue is really expensive. But the orange is not too bad. It's actually cheaper. I wonder why. I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna skedaddle. I've got to go hit the Roadrunner thing today at the doctor's office. They have free veggies and fruits, so I'm going to go hit that today. And the printer stand should be here today. I can't build that outside because I don't think it'll fit through the door once I build it. I have to build that in here. And ooh. I think I can get those cheaper though. These are the little... If anybody knows where I can get these little tabs, these little tabs for the DeWalt ones, let me know. If anybody finds a good cheap source to get a whole bunch of those tabs, preferably pre-tinned with wires on them, pigtails. I would love to be able for DeWalt tools, because then I can print my own enclosure. Matter of fact, let me check that real quick. That's something I want to check. We're going to need my login again, which means I need to bring up that stupid authenticator. Oh no, I'm still logged in. Okay. So let's type in DeWalt socket. Okay, I guess socket was the wrong word to use. DeWalt battery holder. DeWalt battery adapter. Okay. I would prefer ones that do not require... Oh, you can use those? I didn't know you could use those. Those are commonly available. Master Blaster for DeWalt, nice. Huh. I didn't know I could do that, because that's just a standard, what do you call that? Those are available cheap. Okay, does he say what it is? Details. Two times male connectors and wires. How about telling me what kind of male connector it is? Come on. Pink ones. He's using pink ones. Oh, that's a minimal adapter. Boy, that's a really minimal adapter. But what I want is a locking adapter that doesn't require it to be two pieces and doesn't require screws. Or support. Alt adapter. Guess I need the word battery. Yeah, it's a blade connector, but there's different sizes. There's different size blade connectors. That's the only reason I said something. Starlink Mini DeWalt adapter. Huh, nice. That doesn't look like it needs support. It won't be as strong, but I'm okay with that. I'll grab it for now. And I'll just modify it to simplify it. Okay. So let's see. Spade connectors. Okay. So these are female. I need male. Male. There we go. So there is some nice gold-plated ones. These are even better, I think. Yeah, that's I'm thinking get these insulated ones. Although if I'm going to fit them into a 3D print, pigtails. Can I get them already set up? That would be nice. I mean, I would even pay 2 or 3 times the price. Wires. What I want is them with wires already attached. Since that would save me a shit ton of work. I want this. I want this, but with the spade. Spade, male, wires. See, I want this, but with the spade connector. And heavier duty wire. Although these aren't that hard to do. spade, male, 100. .3. Are these different size? Like, what's the difference? Are these the same? I think they're the same. So I can get 100 of them for $250. And of course it's doing this bullshit where it won't let me add it to the cart. I have no idea why it does that. But if I do that, if I click on enough of these, it'll eventually add it to my to the choice thing. Well, these are pairs. I don't need pairs. 2.8. I want the 6.3. Yeah, 6.3. Okay. These aren't the greatest, though. These, I mean, how many amps can these things handle? If I'm going to use this to power other power tools, it needs to be able to handle the amps. And that is a concern. Meaning, are these... Can these handle the amp load? I honestly don't know. See, they have this. But it's the female. I need the male. Male, spade, quick slice. So they got female quick splices, but they don't have male quick splices. That's annoying. Why? See, these are female. Why would they have one but not the other? I also don't like that the gauge of wire is too low, which means that's probably what these things are rated for. So I seriously question if these can handle that many amps. Although 10-12 gauge should be okay. I'll have to play with it. Okay. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna watch that video to see what's going on with the tariffs. So we'll see what happened. That's the newest video I found. Okay. Yeah. What a weirdo. If he wasn't so dangerous. That's it. I'm looking forward to hoping this will dry the filament properly. Getting those racks built. So when the Neptunes get here, I'll be ready to go with them. And go from there. That's it. I will see you guys later. I think Benjamin's going to screw me for the chime deal. I did finally get the deposit working. I figured out how to do my own direct deposit. You can go to Melio, M-E-L-I-O, and you can set up a free account. If you have less than 10 employees, it's free, and then I could just do my own direct deposit. You just got to pay the 2.9% credit card fee, and but now it's not listed as pending anymore, so I have a feeling they're scamming me. And they're not going to give me the $350 bonus for signing up for Chime, bastards. We'll see what they say. But that's it. I'll see you guys later. I'll let you guys later. I'll make a little short, let you know what I got from the Roadrunner thing. And yeah, my second favorite now is the Sprite Plus T. My first favorite is still the Canada Dry Cherry Splash. That's still my favorite. But the Sprite Plus T is my second favorite. It's really good. Just be careful, because when the Sprite Plus T is hot, it builds up a lot of pressure. I had it where I popped the top, and it actually blew the top out instead of in, and it actually hurt my hand. It's like, what the hell? It sounded like a boom, like a firecracker going off. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll go from there. See you next week.